Hello, and welcome to Nintendo Nintendo Switch collection video. Before I fully get into this, or get into the games that I have here physically, I just want to mention the two that I have digitally, as a little bit of a background / story time with the Doctor's Assistant one. The interesting thing is that, much like a few people on my games course thing at the time of this recording, I'm not, I don't know, I mean, like a few people I know, I'm not the biggest fan of buying games digitally. I will buy them primarily if they're cheaper digitally, or, well, not primarily, well, no, actually, I'll buy them digitally primarily if they're only digitally, you know? If it's a really good game, like, say, Super Meat Boy, or for the longest time, maybe something like, I don't know, Binding of Isaac, let's say those two, for example, Goat Simulator, you know, I think that's only digital, I think. A bunch of other games, just digital games, and I have not got a physical release yet. You know, Stardew Valley for quite some time had just a digital one, and if I really like the look of it and I really want to get it, then I'll get it digitally. But if it is digital and or there's an option to have it physically, like, say, Binding of Isaac now on the Switch and or maybe on other devices, I don't know, but also Stardew Valley's physical now as well, you know, or Shovel Knight, that's the one that I meant to say. I would rather get them physical than digital personally, but that's just me. But yeah, first of all, the two games that I have digitally are Goner, which I'm very terrible at that game. I like the sound design and or soundtrack. I really like the level design and all artistic choice of sort of Day of the Dead. It's a roguelike platformer, which, if that interests you, I recommend buying it. It was $8.99, so I bought that for that reason primarily, and also it looked interesting, and then I figured out that I was shit at the game. And then the other digital game that I've got is Graceful Explosion Machine, which I cannot give enough praise for having a blast with, really, no pun intended, but of sorts, because it's a bullet hell shooter. It's a really good one. If, like me, you've never played a bullet hell shooter game before, it's superb on the Switch. I think the Switch is brilliant for indie games, but then it's one of the biggest pros for indie games is the fact that, you know, obviously the Switch is portable, and, you know, you've got the versatility and varied gameplay options and styles, such as tabletop mode, and then also playing it, you know, tablet mode with the sort of Joy-Cons attached, and or on a bus or on a train. But, you know, tabletop mode if you're, say, in a library or college or wherever the hell you are, you know. But my only gripe, and or most people's probably rebuttal, would be that, you know, it's only got 32 gig storage, so then you have to go out of your way to buy an external SD card to, you know, get more memory, which, yeah, you know, at least they allow you to do that, but it's more money at the end of the day, and, you know, so it's finding that balance. I mean, thus far, as I say, I've got 2 digital downloaded games, eShop games, so, and, there's no other ones that really stick out to me, thus far. So into the first game that I've got physically, Splatoon 2. What can I say besides it's Splatoon 2, really? It's a phenomenal game, having a blast playing it. It's more of the same, but it's got some new features. The graphics are improved. I really enjoy, I know this will be a bit of an oddity, but I feel like I don't know, like with the Wii U game, I don't know, it's finding that balance, because with the Wii U game, the first game, I love having the map displayed on the Wii U gamepad and just being able to, you know, instantaneously super jump to someone like that, you know? Whereas with this, because you don't have the Wii U gamepad, you have the Joy-Con grip and or Joy-Cons in the Joy-Con grip or on the tablet, and playing it, like, with the tablet as well. Depending on how you're playing it, you don't have that, and it's losing something. But then by doing that, I guess on the flip side, it's one of the biggest annoyances I have with Splatoon 2, that you can't, you know, you don't have that accessibility and that niceness of having the map, you know, right below you and that at all times, and then you have the action at the TV screen. But then again, to be fair, with the Wii U one, I can't say if my dad's watching football downstairs, which he often is, I can't just take up the Wii U, or at the time when I used to have the Wii U downstairs, I can't just take it upstairs and start, set up the Switch up there on my nightstand and then just sort of sit on my bed and just start playing Splatoon 2, as I have done, and that was a blast. Just doing that, because it was just a different way to play a not too dissimilar game. And I mean, I don't know, some of the maps, there's not enough maps, I know that much, but there's going to be, a year's worth of free content, which is always great, so I can't knock them that much, As I say, I just wish there was some more maps, because I think at the moment there's only like 6, a few of which are not too dissimilar ones to what we've seen before, but with added stuff from the first game's single player, so it does mix it up more in that respect. You've got the Splat Dualies, you've got new weapons, new customization options, just new stuff, new content and new ways to play it, so it's not the exact same game. It feels like the same game, but different enough that it's worth buying, I genuinely believe, personally, but yeah. Then again, that's coming from a Splatoon nutjob, so what do I know? Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, it's just Mario Kart 8 with the DLC. If that sounds fun to you or interesting and worth buying, then yeah, buy it. I mean, with better battle modes, with a few new items, new characters, again, much like Splatoon 2, you've got that versatility and all option of playing the games in lots of different ways, in tabletop mode, and all that, and just, it's nice. I know a lot of people are like, oh, well, Matt, you've already got Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U, why would you get it again? Especially if you've just bought the DLC for Mario Kart 8. Yeah, but this is included, the DLC is included, which doesn't sound like a big deal, but imagine if it was Activision or Capcom or EA who did this game. They would be expecting you to rebuy all that DLC, and they probably wouldn't listen to you and build a better battle mode. They'd give you the same exact battle mode and expect you to pay full retail price plus DLC on top. I can guarantee you that. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, I liked playing it for the time that I have played. I've played 35 hours of it, which, yeah, really isn't that much of a behemoth of a game like Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I don't dislike it by any means, it's just that I don't have the same affinity with the franchise as other people do, meaning I don't have this sort of emotional connection to Link and Zelda and the world and mythology and world and, yeah, like, sort of place that it's set. And so why did I buy this game? Well, primarily because there was nothing else at launch. Pretty much, so. But don't get me wrong, it's a really phenomenal game, but that's it to me. It's a phenomenal, superb, brilliant, breaking the mold of the franchise game, and a really good entry point to the game series for the game series. If you've never played any of the previous Legends of Zelda games, like I haven't, or I have, but I've never massively sort of been embedded and rooted in one, and to the point where I've been dreaming about this world and adore it to the point where I want to buy the merchandise and the amiibos and posters and merchandise and that and stuff. That's not what Zelda is to me, unfortunately. And I've tried very hard to make it into something that I love, but it's just not meant to be, clearly. I mean, I do, as I say, I have enjoyed the game. I'm not knocking it. It's just I don't have the same affinity and or emotional connection to the franchise and or characters and mythology as other people. I acknowledge that. Hopefully you can respect that. Granted, this is the internet, so I'm assuming I'm going to get called a faggot for that or something horrible like that. But yeah, this has just been my Nintendo collection update. Oh no, my Nintendo collection even, sorry. Thanks for watching and goodbye.